So welcome back to the next lecture of quantum mechanics or quantum chemistry. So in the this in this lecture we will start to our actual topic, that is quantum chemistry. So before we start for the this quantum mechanics, first of all we need to understand what do you mean by that quantum mechanics and how it is different from that of the classical mechanics. Okay. So we all know that there are the two types of mechanics, like one is the classical mechanics and another one is the quantum mechanics. Okay. And this all mechanics means what? All these things are applicable for the our real world things. Okay. Or the things which are in the motion. Okay, for this mechanics. So there are the two types of mechanics, that is classical one and another one is the quantum mechanics, and few part of this quantum mechanics is applicable for our chemical systems, that is moving systems are like electrons or atoms as such. Okay. So few part of this quantum mechanics is applicable for our chemistry molecules, so that we will see in detail. Okay. But before that we need to understand what is the difference between this classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. So for quantum mechanics, like first we will see for classical mechanics. Okay? So for classical mechanics, what we can say that the classical mechanics deals with only macroscopic particles. Okay, macroscopic particles. So what do you mean by that macroscopic particles? So macroscopic particles are those particles which we can see like by our eyes. Okay. So anything like car or truck as such. Okay. So that are our classical mechanics particles, so that we can be see easily. And this quantum mechanics which is applicable for the microscopic particles. So microscopic particles are like electron, photons, atoms. Okay. So that is the basic difference for classical and quantum mechanics. Now next is the classical mechanics is governed by the, or it is studied by the laws of motion, that is laws of motion are given by the Newton. So it is simply, we can say that the classical mechanics can be studied by using the Newton law. Okay, Newton's law. And the quantum mechanics, okay, quantum mechanics can be studied by like two famous scientists, like one is the de Broglie's wavelength or de Broglie hypothesis, and one is the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Okay, so these classical mechanics and quantum mechanics are based upon the two different theorems or two different laws. Okay, so classical mechanics can be studied by using Newton's laws of motion. There are three laws, and this de Broglie's law and the Heisenberg uncertainty principle is applicable for our quantum mechanics. Now next is the this classical mechanics will tells you like if we observe that certain things, we can say that it is a continuous things. Okay, continuous things means there is a no break of at particular, if we try to study the particular characteristic of the system, then there should not be break. Okay. So for classical mechanics we get the continuous things. Okay, continuous things. But in quantum mechanics we all know that is emission spectrum or the absorption spectrum, we get certain like discontinuity in the spectrum. So quantum mechanics deals with the discontinuity in the emission spectrum or absorption spectrum, whereas the according to quantum mechanics the spectrum should be continuous spectrum. Okay, continuous spectrum. But these continuous spectrum are only observed for the macroscopic, not spectrum, but continuous things are observed only for the macroscopic particles, but the discontinuity is observed in the our microscopic particles. So that is the basic difference between classical mechanics and quantum mechanics. Okay. So there are the two mechanics like classical and quantum mechanics. Then what is the need for study our this quantum mechanics? Okay. सो ऑलरेडी जेव्हा क्लासिकल मेकॅनिक्स होतं त्यानंतरही आपण क्वांटम मेकॅनिक्स का स्टडी करायचो. ओके, सेपरेट. So this branch is, so first of all we need to understand what do you mean by that quantum mechanics, then only we can see that what are the limitations of our classical mechanics and how we overcome that limitations of classical mechanics in order to have the detailed explanation of our few concept which cannot be explained by using our classical mechanics. Okay, so there are the certain phenomena which cannot be explained on the basis of classical mechanics. So we have to apply some another mechanics, that is quantum mechanics, to explain the what changes has been occurring into the given system. Okay, so before that we will first see what do you mean by the quantum mechanics. So quantum mechanics is the theoretical science of microscopic particles. Okay, theoretical science of microscopic particles like electrons or nuclei, atoms, molecules, etc. Okay? So it is gives the laws of motion of the microscopic object. So it is simply we can say that it is applicable for the microscopic system or object. So it is a quite fascinating field, and most of you have like come across these things like quantum dots or some uh, quantum computers. Okay, nowadays it is quite famous, okay, things. So if we are like building the things from the basic unit, that is our atom is the basic unit, so from there only we will build the certain things, then that things or the study of that things is under this quantum mechanics. Okay, so quantum mechanics is made up of the two words, that is quantum and another one is the mechanics. So the mechanics is first like I have told this already. So mechanics is nothing but the science of motion of the sorry science of motion of the body, and mechanics comes into the act because we are dealing with the motion of our particles like electron, atom. Okay, and the other word is the quantum, which is nothing but the smallest particle. Okay, smallest discrete unit of particle. So for photon we say that for the photon it is one quanta of energy or one quanta of photon. So the term quantum came into the picture when this Max Planck, who wrote a mathematical equation involving the figures to represent the individual units of energy, that is quanta. One unit of energy is nothing but the quanta, and for plural form of energy of unit it is quantum. Okay, so it is a Latin word. Okay, it is a Latin word which comes into the picture by this Max Planck. Okay, he is again a great scientist, and we all know that there is a one constant. Okay, Planck's constant. So next thing that obviously will we need to like comes into our mind that what is the quantum mechanics, then what is the role of that quantum mechanics into our chemistry. Okay, because this is the comes from the physics. Okay, core physics, but how will it be that applicable for the our chemical systems. Then next is the how that origin from the or the what is the origin of our quantum mechanics, then how that quantum mechanics is having certain fundamental or postulates are there. So we'll study that postulates one by one, and last part will be the application of this quantum mechanics to our system, like one 1D 2D 3D box or the simple harmonic oscillator or hydrogen atom problem. So we will try to see the that various problems which are applicable for the our chemistry systems. So in the whole this unit, the each aspect of the quantum mechanics we will be discuss in the first sem and second semester. Okay, so few part we will see in the first semester and remaining part will be seen in the latter semester. So here in this diagram you can see that the quantum mechanics is like applicable to all the three branches. Okay, one is the chemistry, physics and biology. Okay, so for physics it is the core physics, means physics, whole physics will be like depends upon the two mechanics only, like quantum mechanics and classical mechanics. So all the phenomena can be explained by these two methods, and chemistry is nothing but quantum chemistry. So like various spectroscopic methods or various emission spectra of particular atom or molecule can be explained by using this quantum chemistry. And quantum biology is new phenomenon. Okay, so quantum chemistry is applicable to the fundamental sciences in the problems of chemistry, like it will be theoretically explain our structure, bonding and the reactivity of the particular molecule. Okay, so there are the few fields which are going on like theoretically we can say that whether the given reaction is feasible or not, whether the given reaction is happen or not, and under what condition it can be get give the most yield. Okay, so all of this research is going on in the field of our quantum chemistry, so we can theoretically predict that whether the reactions are feasible or not. And another thing is that there are the certain theoretical biological things also, means that interaction of drug with the our body. Okay, interaction of drug with our body can also be studied by using like some techniques are there. So by using that techniques, theoretically we can say that the given drug is applicable to our body, or how, what are the various side effects. So all of these things that can be studied by using this theoretical science or the quantum chemistry. Okay, so quantum chemistry is a theoretical science. So these are the difference in the classical and quantum mechanics, and the basic difference in the how we can apply this quantum chemistry in the various fields. Okay, quantum mechanics in the various fields. So we'll try to see the what are the limitation of classical mechanics in the next lecture.